I was like, a lot of this food that you're talking about that seems like that a lot of the American customers are nervous about, like, there's a lot of crossover with country food. You see something, jjajangmyeon, and you're like, oh, that's I'm not really sure about that. And it's like, oh, it's like a black bean chili. You're like, oh, I'm no longer scared.
Ain't it great? Season 8. We're back with the No Dishes podcast. Once again, brought to you by our friends at Visit Bloomington. Check them out at visitbloomington.com. It's a great resource, even if you're just a local looking for something to do. Also, all of our other advertisers on this episode, they help make this whole thing possible. So please show them some love. Anyways, play that theme song.
Hey, say, honey, let's go out to eat. Relieve our culinary duties. With all these restaurants to sweep us off our feet, they're bound to turn us into foodies. Oh, no dishes, no dishes, no dishes. We'll have a bottle of wine for lights and have a good time. No dishes, no dishes.
Doe, a deer, a female deer, right? A drop of golden sun. That's how it goes, right, Garrett?
Yes.
Anyway, so I always say do Asian fusion. It's Doe Asian fusion. And we are here with manager Kalie Ammons. Kalie, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing great. Thank you so much for being here. You brought bevies,
Yeah.
which is super exciting. You can see him kind of in there.
Yes. Soju and Milkus and beer and cream soda. And yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, I'm excited to dive into all of these, but we got some stuff we can talk about first.
Sure.
First off, how long have you been working at Doe?
So I've been there 2 years now.
Wow, okay.
I was started out as a server, and I did that for about 4 or 5 months, and then worked my way up to manager, and I love it. It's just a different experience every day. The people are awesome. Keeps me busy, that's for sure.
I bet, yeah. So do you just work, or are you in school too?
No, I'm not in school. I just work. This is my full-time thing. I love it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I ended up, I don't know your story, but I just dropped out and I was like, I just want to work all the time, and it's been good, you know? So how long has Doe been around?
10 years.
Wow,
It'll be 11 this year. Yeah.
Super exciting. Yeah, man, it doesn't feel like that long. I feel like I just remembered it opening, not yesterday, but man, 10 years.
Yes.
Obviously doing something right. So what can people expect when they come in there?
Oh, definitely like more of the Korean street food type thing. So we're going to have the super awesome Korean fried chicken, a little
so
sweet, a little spicy. Yeah. A little messy, but that's all right. It's like, that's how you know it's good. Like,
absolutely.
Get personal with it. We also have plenty of like just different like snack things. Most items are meant to be shared. So like the dumplings or steamed eggs, like an egg souffle, super flavorful. Love those. We also have large items, like our tang suyuk, our sweet and sour pork. People think, oh yeah, I like sweet and sour pork. I'll get this thing, expecting a small plate.
Yeah.
And we literally bring out a platter. And people's eyes pop out of their heads a lot for that.
Well, and then if they aren't with a bunch of people, they'll have plenty to eat later.
Definitely.
And once they try it, I'm sure they'll be grateful.
Yeah.
Do you have a personal favorite on the menu?
Yes, the kimchi pork stew.
Ooh, okay.
So it's a little spicy, but you get that pork belly in there too, and I like to chew on that a lot. And
there you go.
And just all the veggies in there too. Super good.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. Do you guys do much in the way of like desserts at all?
No. The closest thing is our iced coffee, which is very popular. Oh, I should have brought some of that. But, yeah, it's very sweet, but we're hoping to add some desserts soon.
Okay, that's super exciting. Yeah, I've eaten at Doe quite a few times, and it's so good. My favorite thing is that you guys stay open late.
Yes.
Yeah. What? I mean, that's probably been that way ever since you started there.
Yes.
So how late are you guys open? And like, you guys get a great late night crowd.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So during the week, we're open until 11:30 p.m. right now. On the weekends, we're open until 1:30.
Wow.
But we've definitely been convinced to hang out a little bit longer. If people are still hungry, we're going to be there. But yeah, the late night crowd is really our bread and butter a lot of the time, especially you can go and get a snack late at night when you're out and you're visiting Kirkwood and stuff. But like sometimes you need like a substantial meal.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Well, that was my favorite when I would go there would be, I lived on Kirkwood.
Nice.
And yeah, most restaurants, weeknights close at like 9, weekends 10, maybe 11. And you guys are doing 11:30 on the weeknights. And then the weekend, till 1:30. Like you can go get like Rockets or Taco Bell, but there's not usually like, ooh, I'm getting like good, authentic, homemade food. You guys are some of the only people doing it.
Right. Yeah.
And I feel like I've seen it in my just like limited personal experience. When I first went in there late night, it wasn't like super busy.
Right.
But now I've got, or more recent, the last few years, going late and it's popping.
Yep.
So like everyone found out, they know about it.
Yes. And I'm super glad because that like last 30 minutes when everyone is still open, it's not a lot to do. I get bored. I have to sit down. Then suddenly it's like go time. We've got the restaurant packed. So my energy gets brought back up.
There you go. Yeah. A little shot in the arm.
Yeah.
So you guys, you walked through some of the menu items. I've had the Korean fried chicken. It's so good. Is that probably the number one seller?
Oh yeah. Beef fried rice is a second close follow up there. And then probably like our army stew, our bude stew, with the ramen and the American cheese and the Spam. And
whoa, okay. I did not know about this one.
Yeah, so it's a traditional Korean dish, but it was after the Korean War when all these army bases were abandoned. People were going through and just, seeing what was left over, taking that, make it into a stew. So it kind of looks like a college student just threw everything they had into a pot, but super good, very spicy.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I will say that.
Yeah, but it works.
Yeah,
it's like kind of a weird mix, but it all works together when you do it.
Yeah.
All right. I might not try it then if it's really spicy because I'm kind of a wuss.
Oh.
Do you guys do 1 through 5 spicy stuff, or is it kind of just what the dish is?
So if it says spicy on there, it's been marinated and we can't make it mild.
Right. Okay.
But if we can pull it back a little bit, we usually do just if it says spicy, it's going to be at least medium, and then we can make anything extremely spicy.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
So it's just more like spicier, extremely spicy, or less spicy is kind of our substitute for the 1 through 5.
Gotcha. Okay. Sweet. And then if someone came in there and they're like, I always get General Tso's, I always get the fried chicken. Like, I want to dive in and I want something that's just authentic and like, I'm is really branching out. What would that be?
Maybe the samgyetang.
Okay.
So that's a small, it's like a Cornish hen stuffed with dates and rice and ginseng.
Interesting. Okay.
In a pot, and it's served with rice. The rice is inside it, but it's served with salt and pepper to dip the chicken into. And it has all the bones and everything. And then just strips of ginger root in there as well.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to be an excellent aphrodisiac.
Okay. Yeah. All right. You're like, I'm just saying, if you're on the second or third date.
Right. Yeah. Definitely. That little bokbunja. Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me what's the bokbunja?
So bokbunja is another supposed to be aphrodisiac drink. It's a wine, I believe a blackberry wine.
Okay.
And we get it every now and then, so we'll get a burst of it, but then for some reason it sells out so quickly.
Yeah, it's hard to keep in stock. It must be working.
Yes, exactly, right? Yeah.
Do you still wait on tables at all?
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Are you wanting to move better, feel better, and live better? Look no further than Move Bloomington, where their small group personal training programs are designed to improve strength, balance, and flexibility. With a welcoming environment, their expertly guided workouts can help you feel supported in the life and activities you love in and out of the gym. Whether you're new to exercise, a lifelong athlete, or anywhere in between, their dedication to personalized programming will deliver sessions that meet you where you are. Get started today using the code NODISHES to get 50% off their 3-session Kickstart program. So when you do that, or when you served in the past, did you use that to sell stuff? We were like, or is that kind of weird to say to a table?
I try to gauge the situation.
Right, okay,
yeah. I don't want to, Parents Week or anything.
Right, yeah. Am I right, Mom and Dad?
But we have thought about. we've made jokes too about going out there with ginseng and a grinder because that's supposed to be the aphrodisiac to add to a dish. But yeah, I've been able to convince some people to order it.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, Sway be like, let me tell you about this Cornish hen.
Yeah.
There you go. Hear me out.
It's got magic powers.
Yeah, that's weird. Because I've looked over that menu fairly, but again, I'm not as adventurous as I would like to be.
Oh, okay.
But like just what you described there, not even the aphrodisiac, but just like what the ingredients are, like that sounds really good. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't sound like something. So what was the name of it again? Samgyetang. Okay.
So it looks like Sam Guy Tang.
Thank you. Yes, you read my mind. Yeah. I was like, okay, how do I find that? Yeah. It's like, I hear you. Okay, cool. Garrett and I are going to have to go. Well, never mind. I didn't mean like that. Yeah, we got to go to Doe, or you and Monica can. But no, I want to try that out. That sounds absolutely fantastic. Everything I've ever had there has been really good. Let's walk through these bevies that you bought. What do we have here?
So in the front here, we have the Korean cream sodas. And so it's called Milkus. And they're just different flavors of a cream soda. We have the strawberry, melon, and the original.
Korea's #1 cream soda, refreshing, creamy, and fizzy.
Yes.
8.5. Okay. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're fine. When I first, the first cans we had, they just said carbonated yogurt drink. And so when I would explain that to people, they're like, yeah, I don't want that.
No, yeah, but cream soda, that's like, okay, I understand that.
Yeah.
Are you trying to?
No, I'm good.
Garrett, you want to get in here, buddy? Come show that pretty face. All right, we're going to start with the strawberry.
And they're very lightly flavored.
Got a nice little nose on it. Yeah, okay. Yeah. It's not nearly as like pungent as like a regular cream soda.
Right.
It's much more mellow, subtle. You sneaking in over here? There you go, bud.
Thanks, man. Yeah. Thank you.
You're going to be making a few trips.
Does it have?
Here,
Does it actually have cream in it or milk?
Milk, yes. I do
filtered water, cane sugar, carbon dioxide, powdered skim milk.
Oh.
Yeah.
Very sweet, but light.
See, I don't think it's that overly sweet. There's no corn syrup. Product of Korea.
Super refreshing. Like when it's really hot out.
Oh yeah. I could just see getting one of those really spicy dishes with this and being like, okay, seeing that compliment well.
Yes.
All right, we're going melon. We're going original. Which is your favorite?
Oh, I really like the original.
Okay. All right. So we're saving the best for last. Then.
Yes.
I wish we did. Well, the drinking thing is nice. Usually we try not to like eat on the podcast because no one wants to like hear us eating or like, especially, can you imagine me just covered in the like Korean sauce, like trying to do those wings?
Oh my goodness. Yeah. We actually bring out gloves to eat the wings.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Okay. That's so smart. Yeah. I've seen that at a couple other places too. And it's just like, because everyone I ever dine out with, let me go on a soapbox here. They use like one napkin the whole time, no matter what it is. I go through like 7 napkins when I eat stuff, and I just don't like to just sit there with my hands dirty.
Right.
So I like eat and then clean, eat, clean, eat, clean. But then it looks, because I clean so much, it looks like I'm way messier.
Like, yeah, you're the messiest at the
Thank you. Anyway, so if you walk by me with a stack of used napkins, don't judge me. No. It's my life. Let me live it. Yeah, that melon's really nice too. I'm excited for the original now. Yeah. And then walk us through these other ones we got here in the back.
Yes. Check. Coming to you this summer, it's the Smithville Communications Summer Concert Series in Ellettsville. Brought to you by B97 and Hoosier Country 105.
How's everybody doing tonight?
Enjoy live music every Saturday from May 24th through July 26th. That's 10 weeks of music every Saturday evening from 6:30 to 8. Located at the Marcy Jane Lewis Park. And did I mention it's free? Dance the night away with the Smithville Communications Summer Concert Series in Ellettsville.
So, Soju is the most popular beverage of South Korea. And I mean, I want to say it's one of the most consumed alcohols in the world because of how much they drink of it in South Korea.
Gotcha. Okay.
and it's like a rice alcohol.
Yeah.
So there's sake is one of the steps of turning the alcohol into, or turning the rice into alcohol. And then you have a more refined step, which I believe is where you get the soju. They taste much stronger than they are.
Yeah, 16%.
Yes. And the beer, this is a cost. There are 2 Korean beers that we sell. We also have Terra, I didn't bring with me today. But when you mix the soju and the cost together, that is called somek.
Okay.
And it's a very popular way to drink your beer and your soju.
Yeah, I've done that in the past with like sake and beer.
Yeah.
But I quit drinking, so I'm not going to try them, but I'm glad you brought them to showcase the cool shit that you guys have.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. And we go through a ton of it, that's for sure. I also brought flavored soju. I brought the grapefruit. It's not traditional to mix that with the beer.
I could see that being a little weird.
Yeah, it kind of tastes like apple cider.
Really? Okay.
That's why
It's not traditional, but I've done it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm not traditionally Korean, so
Yeah. That original is great too, by the way.
Oh, good.
Here, you
I'm
want to try
glad.
the original and the melon here, bud? They look very.
New cups for me?
Yeah, fresh cups coming in hot. This is your melon, and then that's the OG.
This one.
Yes, they look pretty similar. Although now that you walk away with it, I could see the melon has a little more of a greenish tint. It's very subtle, or maybe I'm just making it up. Can you tell us a little bit about the owners?
Yes. So the owners, we have 2 owners. Just for ease, they go by Jay and Carl.
Oh, no, I like that. Yeah.
It's always fun when I talk to people. I told my parents, I'm working here. They're like, do you work for the Pet Boys? Like, what is going on? But they they were not the original owners, but within the last 7 years was when that partnership, they've always been connected to the original owners.
Gotcha.
But they've switched over. I think it's been several years, so no dramatic changes are coming. But they are from Seoul, and just in the past were working at nightclubs and managing places like that. Once they got the opportunity to come over here, they were like, gotta have more Korean food here.
Yeah, for sure.
And definitely more focus on the street foods and the late night atmosphere, just because that's more closely related to what they were doing in Korea.
Okay, super cool. Do you know, did they come straight to Bloomington when they came over from Korea?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
always curious about like the steps, because we've had so many immigrants on the podcast, and I know we had discussed doing the owners, but they just speak Korean.
Yes.
And so I'm like, well, that would be difficult. So I'm really glad that you made yourself available, because I love dough and I wanted to talk about it. So this really worked out well. But yeah, it's so, because I think there's a lot of good Korean food in town.
Oh, yeah.
Who's Your Soulmate, K-Bop, Mama's, and Korea Restaurant, but none of them do it like the angle that you guys do it.
Right.
Which is that more street food, more late night. And so I think that's really cool to have that differentiation.
Definitely.
Better business, better community. For over a century, the Greater Bloomington Chamber of Commerce has been a cornerstone of business growth and community development. They are dedicated to helping local businesses thrive. Their business is all about your business. Join the Chamber today. Call 812-336-6381 or visit chamberbloomington.org to learn more. Between all of them, and they all scratch a different itch, I feel like.
Yes, yeah. Because I've gone to some of the others too, and it's like, food's good. Like, but it is totally different. And sometimes that's why it doesn't even feel like there's direct competition, because it's like, if you want to do your own, tabletop grilling and all of that, there's, definitely great places for that. But it is entirely different if you're like, I'm not sure what any of this food is. I don't know how to cook it. Maybe someone else can make it for me. Yeah, it's a great way. And also, if it's something you're used to eating all the time, you'll know, okay, they're going to make it the way it's supposed to be made.
Yeah.
It just comes out, right every time, or hopefully.
Fingers crossed.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Are they, Jay and Carl, are they involved in the cooking very much? Or are they
Yes.
just, okay.
Yes.
So the owners are usually maybe cooking or a lot of the time?
A lot of the time, yes. And we do, our chefs are all Korean as well that come in, but there will be, you know, sometimes they take turns being here and then being back in Korea. And so,
okay.
So when one of them is gone, one of the owners will step in and take on that role.
That's perfect. That's cool. Yeah, it's I don't know. I just love what you guys do. I'm surprised the melon's my favorite.
Really?
Yeah, I would have actually thought that would have probably been going into it. I would have guessed that it would be strawberry original and then melon. Garrett, what did you think, bud?
I had a hard time telling the difference between the original and the melon, but
Really?
maybe because I drank them so close together.
Right. You got to cleanse your palate. We need some saltines over there.
I mean, I did like the flavor, the distinct flavor of the strawberry one. It was like pretty unique.
Yeah.
Strawberries and cream, you know, that's always nice.
I love the Hello Kitty branding on
Right.
it too. Did you see the thing where they said Hello Kitty's not a cat?
Yes.
And everyone's like, wait, what?
Yeah. It's like, it's not a person, right?
That's a whole, yeah, but that's what they said. They're like, oh, it's a schoolgirl that likes. Anyway, that's another podcast. We'll go off. Be like, hey, let me tell you about Hello Kitty.
Yeah.
Kalie, can you tell us a little bit about your background? Where are you from, and what kind of led up to you working at Doe?
Yeah. So I am from Wabash, Indiana.
Yeah. Okay.
And I did go to school at Manchester University in North Manchester, Indiana. I got I had an English degree, business minor, and I have a certificate in conflict resolution.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
So just dabbling around different things.
The No Dishes podcast is brought to you by VisitBloomington.com. VisitBloomington.com is the best resource for restaurant and culinary information, special events, fun activities, places to stay, and more in our area. We share a similar mission here on the No Dishes podcast of highlighting local businesses and the people who make our community unique. We can't thank them enough for hopping on board. Check them out at visitbloomington.com to easily plan your next meal, visit, or night out on the town. That certificate, was that from Manchester? Or is
Yes.
that separate? Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool that they offer that.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
They actually have it's a neat little place. They've got a peace studies program. That's
Interesting.
So, and I think that overlap, that's how they branched into the business part. The peace was
Yeah.
the HR part. But, and then I lived in Florida for a few years and, little roughly right after the shutdown and lockdown and everything, moved back up here. And I thought, oh, maybe I'll go back to school. Just didn't really know what to do with my life. And so I was like, oh, I'll move to Bloomington. If I'm there, then I'll have to go to school.
There you go. Yeah. So is that the main driver behind you coming to Bloomington?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I was like, oh, now I've got to pick one. Maybe I'll do law school, but I need to get a job in the meantime. And I was like, I'll be a server maybe for a month. And I started working at Doe, and just the owners are so nice and caring and funny, especially with the communication barrier.
Yeah.
It was very interesting to, there was a lot of physically turning me and putting me to go to the correct place they wanted and
Wow,
showing me
okay,
things.
yeah.
And then I have a translate app that I use a lot more now, but at first it was a lot of miming and things. Once I did become manager, which was just over the summer when everyone had really gone and I just kept showing up.
They're in charge.
Yeah, right. Like, we can trust you, I guess. At least you'll be here. And I was able, once I became the manager, I lost my train of thought. Sorry.
Oh, no, you're okay. Just so we're talking about working with them and I guess a little of the dynamics of them showing you and then using the Translate app.
Yeah, and there's, I was able to understand and explain things better to customers, the dishes. I was like, a lot of this food that you're talking about that seems like that a lot of the American customers are nervous about, like, there's a lot of crossover with country food. There's so much pork and there's, different ways of cooking it. And
yeah, maybe it's a lot more approachable than they realize.
Yeah, like you see something, jjajangmyeon, and you're like, oh, that's I'm not really sure about that. And it's like, oh, it's like a black bean chili. You're like, oh, I'm no longer scared.
That's perfect.
So once I, became manager, I realized I didn't really want to do law school that badly. So I really like it here and I want to see it grow up and I want to be a part of it. So that's just really no more school for me.
Yeah, that's great. Well, and I mean, you got your degree too, and like that's there if you need to ever fall back on it. But if you're enjoying what you're doing, why change it?
Exactly. I'm really thankful for where I am right now.
Yeah,
a lot of people don't get to enjoy their jobs.
Oh, I know. I've talked about it on this podcast a lot, how I just feel very lucky because I've been at the Chocolate Moose 11 years now. And and I love my job. And a lot of people don't get to say that. And so I try not to take that for granted.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that you're in the same boat.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Did you work in restaurants ever before you ended up at Doe?
Yeah. I mostly like chain restaurants. I worked at Chipotle for a while. Okay. I'd worked at Papa John's. Directly before I was working there, I was a certified para-optometric at an eye doctor.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. I couldn't say that 3 times fast.
Yeah. It was not for me, that's for sure. But I got all the tests and the certifications. Like I did a good job, but this is way more fun.
Yeah, there you go. Well, and I could see conflict resolution potentially coming into play when it's late night and Soju was going down easy.
Yep, yeah. So that's luckily we're not having to break up fights or anything.
Right.
But
it's not exactly Kilroy's.
Yeah.
Like, thank God.
Yeah, exactly. And every now and then I'll get a server that comes from, just Kirkwood, just one block over. And then they're like, okay, if we got to throw someone out, I know I can throw them down the stairs. And I'm like, that is okay.
You're like, we're fine. We're good. Thank you, though. Yeah. So you've been in Bloomington for what, 5 years now? Or
just about 2.5, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Cool. Yeah. So what's been your favorite part about living in Bloomington? It seems like you've really kind of settled in.
Yeah. Oh, I just love, first of all, the people. The people are so nice. You can go and have a casual conversation with someone on the street, or you can just ignore people and no one's going to be upset about that.
Yeah.
And being in a small town, sometimes you feel that pressure to talk to everyone all the time.
I could see that. Yeah.
But yeah, this is kind of nice. We get that mix of people. I love going out when I see things that are open late, since we are open later than most places. Anytime I can find anything open after that, that's a lot of fun. Let me think. I like the farmers markets a lot.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, there's so many to choose from, and I haven't been to all of them, but
been making your rounds.
Yeah, exactly. I'm hoping to by the end of this year to have a nice ranking of them.
Okay. I'm looking forward to that. Yeah. Well, that's So you mentioned being able to find places that are open later than you guys.
Yeah.
What are some of your favorite late night spots that you get to go to?
Ooh, so I normally go in places just real quick, but is it Topper's Pizza? Open super late. They're always nice to go in and just grab, a quick pizza. And there's. Oh, I'm just realizing how boring I am.
No, you're fine. Everyone always does that. They always start judging themselves. No, this is a safe space.
Right.
The Bloomington Town Planner is a community calendar owned and published by local residents John and Sharon Martin. Mailed out to Bloomington homes in December of each year, it features school schedules and community events. And don't forget the coupons at the bottom of the calendar. They'll save you money and help you decide on the next restaurant or retailer to check out here in the Bloomington area. Town Planner also has an online calendar which will be found at townplanner.com. Make sure to sign up for their weekly e-newsletter so you can stay on top of all the fun events going on around town. Like even Topper's like, yes, I know it. Like everyone has their niche, and Topper's is it's really customizable and it's not going to be Mother Bears,
right?
But it's late night and you can trick it out and just get a little pizza for yourself.
Yeah. I like what is it? The Root Cellar.
Oh, Root Cellar is great.
So much fun. I love going there. Occasionally, I'll head to the back door. That's always fun too.
Great dancing places.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yes. I took my sister-in-law there for karaoke a couple weeks ago.
There you go.
Yeah, during the tornado.
Casual.
Yeah.
That used to be when I drank, I did karaoke a lot more. It's weird how that works.
Right.
But my favorite would be Sunday night at Backdoor.
Yeah.
It was always such a great time. There's a lot of restaurant industry folks there
Oh, yeah,
on
that
Sunday
makes
nights
sense.
too. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we had a ton of fun, and she was visiting from out of town, so I was like, hey, you got to sing.
Yeah, well, and if you're showing someone Bloomington on a Sunday night,
Yeah.
there's maybe not as many options, but that would hold up against anything else anyway.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah. What about, you're probably working a ton, but do you get to go out and have lunch and dinner at other places around town very often?
Not too often. We do try to go out occasionally, but I'm struggling to remember
you're all
the
good.
names of the places. Usually when we go, it's like a whirlwind. It's like
Right.
we got to hit up every single place and try one or two things. And then by the end, I'm like, oh, I should have written that down.
Do you guys communicate or work with, or I guess, I don't know, is there like a community on 4th Street where everyone kind of knows each other, or?
A little bit, I would say. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think some restaurants are more closely,
A little isolated.
Yeah. And, or if if you're worried about the competition, you don't
Right.
necessarily want to, but then you want to go eat at those restaurants, but everyone knows who each other is. So
Yeah.
it's like, I'm not here to spy.
You're like, I'm just here to eat.
Yeah.
Like, don't treat me any differently.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and again, 4th Street is such a big draw for Bloomington, especially for the culinary scene.
Right.
You have all these amazing different ethnic foods and like all just like in that one little strip is so nice. So when we talk about reasons to come to Bloomington, or one of the great things about living here, 4th Street gets brought up so much.
Yes.
Because it's like, oh, like, where do you like to go eat? It's like, well, 4th Street.
Yeah.
And you're like, and you can just say that and it sums up so much. It's dough, it's Little Tibet, it's
Yeah.
Siam House, it's B-Town Euros and Dats. Like, you
Yes.
name it. You got Burmese, Kimu.
Right. Yeah. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, I do like Dats and the Euros.
Yeah, B-Town Euros. Yeah.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, do you have like a favorite Dats order?
Ooh. Nope.
No, well, I always do the chili cheese etouffee with crawfish,
Ooh.
with bourbon chicken, and then extra bread.
I'll have to try that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll write it down for you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, my husband's allergic to shellfish, so whenever he's out of town, I'm always trying to eat as much shellfish as I can.
Yeah, there you go. Nice. I love that. You're like, now's my chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really good. Do you get a chance to go eat many pizza, burgers, or like have any good breakfast spots?
Let me think of. Honestly, I'm just at the restaurant so much.
I know. Well, we get that all the time where it's either I work so much and so I'm just at a restaurant and so I'm just eating there. Like people that have like restaurateurs that have been around for a long time, lived in Bloomington for, 10, 20 years. And they're like, I just don't get time
Right.
to go out very much. So they usually just have 2 or 3.
Yeah.
And that's kind of it.
Yeah.
Which can be tough. I know that life, that restaurant grind is
Right.
so difficult, Is there anything about dough that we haven't touched on that you want people to know about?
Ooh, I think. Really, it's a good time. If you haven't been, please come in. You won't regret it. We've just really are doing a lot of changes. We've done a lot of upgrades the last year or so. Just
like with the menu or with the interior, the exterior?
with a little bit with the interior. Over the summer, we're hoping to do a lot more with the interior. Once school starts back up, it's going to look very different in there.
Well, that's exciting.
Yes.
All right. So get in there now.
Yes.
See what it looks like. Try the food out. It's great. I can vouch for it. And then come back in the fall
Yes.
and see all the new changes.
Yes.
I love it. Well, Kalie, thank you so much for your time. I'm really glad we got to highlight Doe and the owners, and they're back there cooking and making everything. And I just love the food, and it's cool that that it's such a nice late night spot that's really good food. And it's not like a bar. So
Right.
it's this whole different vibe. And I think there's so few of those places. So for us to get to highlight that, I'm really happy about.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm so glad I've been able to be here and talk about it, and hopefully everyone gets a chance to check it out.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I'll be in soon for Korean fried chicken, gloves, extra napkins.
Yes.
Thanks, Cal. I appreciate
Thank
it.
you. Thank
Yeah. What another fun episode, huh, gang? Thanks to Visit Bloomington, as always, for being our presenting sponsors. Thanks to Everywhere Science for this cool sign. Nate and team hooked it up. And thanks to you for watching so we can keep doing this. See you next Tuesday morning with another new episode of the No Dishes Podcast. This episode of the No Dishes Podcast was recorded, edited, and produced by Garrett Portinga of Green Hat Media in beautiful downtown Bloomington, Indiana.
No Dishes Media.
No Dishes Media.